Libra, welcome. Those of you in there, welcome to the Blue Star Energy Tarot with Cindy. I'm glad you're here. Today we're doing 4 cards. I hope everyone's well. There's been quite a few triggers lately. Things are getting a little chaotic. I did a video on triggers. If you want to have a better understanding of them, feel free to take a look at it. First card out is the Hangman in reverse. Second is the Emperor in reverse. 6 of Coins in reverse. And the King of Coins in reverse. I think my cards were in my hand the wrong way. Yep, they were. Queen of Wands. I'm going to turn these over. And know that we can flip this reading because everything to me has meaning. Maybe the point is the world feels a little upside down these days. Okay. So, what do we got going on, Libra? You sort of kind of came out here. But let's move through. We have the Hangman. That's a card of trying to have a new perspective on something. But it is the action that you take of looking at something in a different way. It is a Neptune card. It is a card of water. So this is the process of you self-examining some aspects, some emotions. Trying to put things in balance. Trying to understand oneself. He looks a little rigid. He doesn't look relaxed. I mean, well-formed body for sure. But to hold that position looks challenging. Perhaps a little too perfect. Are you looking for perfection, Libra? Are you being a little rigid? Next, we have the Emperor. This is a card of mastery, a card of being a leader. It is a card of knowing when to act, when to take action, shall we say. It's an Aries card. You notice that he's, or she, is balanced, appears balanced. He's ruling over his kingdom. And he reflects well. When I say reflect, look at him, it's all golden. These 2 cards, Libra. Are you a perfectionist? Are you a perfectionist so you reflect? You reflect that out in your external world? You present yourself as, I'm balanced, I'm good, I'm strong. Is that what you do? The next card we have here is 6 of Coins. It is a Taurus card, Moon in Taurus. This is, well, you coming to balance. Let's take a look at this card. This is an aspect that says to me that inwardly, we were talking about the balance here, inwardly, you need some type of balance. Balancing your emotions, perhaps relaxing a little. You're not perfect, nobody is, and accepting who you are, perhaps. And then we have the King of Coins. That's a master as well. That is a Aquarius and Pisces. Interesting, 2 water cards for a coin. It is having that awareness and understanding this dynamic here. How you bring yourself to balance. Perhaps how you appear to the external world as balanced. On the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. She's a badass. She's highly intuitive, go-getter. She knows what she needs, what she wants. She is in control of who she is. Let's get some clarifiers here, Libra. I am intrigued. It feels like you're contemplating, this process of contemplating who you are, perhaps. Maybe there's a marriage between what you want to, what you like, what you desire from yourself and others, perhaps. All right, let's see. Let me get a couple of cards, please, for the Hangman. 2 of Cups. 10 of Wands in reverse. The Hangman, again, interesting. 7 of Cups. Justice, you step right up, Libra. That feels pretty powerful. 4 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. And the Sun. And the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. Very interesting, Libra. This Hangman, the clarifier, the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Wands in reverse. This idea that I was talking about, this balancing of your emotions, it felt rigid to me. Maybe that's the point. Maybe the point is to allow your natural self. I'm looking at this 2 of Cups, and you see how they're intertwined. It almost looks like an infinity sign. Allow yourself to be complete with who you are. The Ten of Wands in reverse. And when I see that together, it's like the natural you. This hangman that felt rigid to me, examining perhaps why you feel like you always need to be in balance, or it makes you nervous when you're not. The idea of just allowing the flow of who you are to relax into your natural, innate. And with this Ten of Wands, it says to me, you have been through enough experiences to understand who you are. There's something else here. You've been through, you've gained a different perspective of who you are, and you can move forward with that. Libra, I'm sorry. I had to turn the video off and take care of my husband, who's ill, he has ALS. So I stopped in between my readings. Anyhow, sorry about that. We were over here about you being a perfectionist, and perhaps your experiences has through the years had taught you how to just flow naturally with who you are. But this talks about that process, the understanding our emotions in our experiences and bringing them together in a free-flowing state, not in a rigid way. So that we can liberate ourselves. Interesting. The king or the emperor is clarified by the Hanged One and the Seven of Cups. A perspective. You know, when we learn how to be in free flow state, to understand our experiences, we can see things better, clearly. We can see opportunity even. These two cards speak of needing to find that perspective, because our heads are in the clouds. Perhaps not being able to see. But when we do take that perspective, when we do that process of evaluating our experiences, it provides us an opportunity to get clarity as to who we really are. And move forward with it in strength. These two cards together indicates a need of shifting, changing, maybe your persona. Maybe that's something that you've been working on lately, Libra. We have the Six of Coins, and it's clarified by the Justice card and the Four of Pentacles. And here we see this play on what you have, Libra. This is a beautiful card. Look at this. At you, Libra. Stepping forward. If this represents you, it is that release of that rigidity, that Four of Pentacles energy. And it changes who you are. There's free flow. There's an aspect here of using what you have for your benefit, and it will allow you to attract more. Look, he's offering pentacles. I keep getting taking it to the bank, take it to the bank. It's like the more you bring yourself into balance, this perspective of the more that you move into that authentic space, if you will, the more you will attract. Yeah. It gives movement to who you are. It gives movement, and here we are for the King of Coins, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun. It elevates you. It puts you in a energetic state of nurturing. And then of course we have the Sun, and we were talking about that here. When you flow, become this balanced person who understands themselves, and that you step forward authentically, there's abundance here. The fact that the Queen is here under the King is incredibly nurturing. It is this marriage of perhaps the masculine and feminine energy. We see the two here, two here, two here. The balancing, we have the scales here. And then we have the Sun, which is a higher vibration, a resonance that brings together both the masculine and feminine. This process here is helping you to understand that when you understand yourself, Libra, why you feel that you have to present yourself as something, I don't want to say something that you're not. It's more like hiding behind a mask a bit, you know, being a little too rigid in who you are. You know, like me. I mean, I get up on Saturday morning, like I am now. I have my coffee. I throw on clothes. I don't even brush my hair. I just take one of those elastic things, put it in my hair, and I go about my business. Sometimes on Saturday morning, I'm like that till like 12 o'clock. And then I get embarrassed if somebody shows up at the house because I look like shit. This is kind of like that. It's like, just be who you are. You don't have to always be perfect. You don't have to always be in this balanced state. Being unbalanced actually it's a wonderful tool, actually. to recognize that there's something to be learned about yourself. It's an opportunity to grow and expand, to gain that, excuse me, to gain more in your life, if you will. Very interesting. Let me see if I pick up anything else. I do not. So here we have the Queen of Wands, the Chariot, oh, that's right, they were all in the reverse, and the Seven of Wands. Yeah. The idea of changing and having the awareness of how you present yourself, if you will, in the world. That there is a Seven of Wands. It's an action card. It's the act of defending who you are. When you shed that perspective and just sit in your natural state where you don't have to defend, things will change. They will move quite nicely, actually. You may think that you have the upper hand, but eventually, if you keep moving forward, presenting yourself something that you're not, or being rigid, it takes away from you. Five of Cups. Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Fool in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Excuse me. King of Swords, Knight of Swords. And you can see the difference in the balance here. Right over here, you know, if you're not in your flow, you're not in your flow state of your mind. It hinders who you are. It creates this aspect. You know, like me. Somebody comes knocking and I look like crap, I go running. I don't want to answer the door. And I'm using that loosely, right? It makes you uncomfortable. And then one needs to ask, well, why? Why? For me, I'll tell you what, in my family, when we left the house, we had to always look our best. In fact, I had a pair of jeans back in the 70s, and having holes in the jeans was, you know, it was a thing. And I remember my father saying, hey, come here. And I knew I was in trouble, but I didn't know why. I had a hole on the thigh. He put his fingers in there and literally ripped the pants off of me. And I was like beside myself. I didn't understand what was going on, but it was the fact that when you leave this house, my house, you dress your best. Show everyone outside. When you go out in public and you display, it is a reflection of who you are, who the family is. Interesting. Very interesting. The messages that we tell ourselves can be healing or not. It could, if it heals us, if we understand this flow, we can move forward. We can bring it into focus. Libra, thank you very much. Be well. Peace.